this is Lee from ColouringQueen.net, and I've got the latest colouring book by Croatian artist Tomislav Tomic. Now, of course, you will immediately notice how much thinner this colouring book is compared with the previous one in this series, Zemlja Snova. Even my other half that never comments on my colouring books, when he's seen this one, said, "Oh my, it's really small," especially considering he knew how much I'd paid for it to be posted from Croatia over to me. But obviously it's an expensive colouring book because it comes from Croatia, and obviously it is a lot thinner than the previous book. It's the same size and the same paper quality, so a white medium, but the thing that you will notice is that there are a lot less images, even though there is a fold out 4-page poster spread at the back of the book. Now, there is apparently a Dutch imprint of this book coming out. I don't have a publication date or anything confirmed as yet, but if the cost for this puts it out of your budget, you may want to wait a little bit and see if it would be less expensive for you to order it when the Dutch imprint comes out. And I will of course update my blog and this video below in the description if I do hear some further details about the Dutch imprint. So we've got the elaborate pages in Tomislav's style, very much like Land of Dreams, with these beautiful frames around each image and elaborate animals with all of these gorgeous detail on it. Now personally for me, because I'm as slow as a wet week, it would take me a year to colour even this small book, maybe even 2 years. So the size of it is not that much of a worry for me. We've got a lot of detail in each image, just like previously, and that makes it a difficult book for colourists that have a minor visual impairment. You would need to pull out your magnifying glasses or your magnifying lamp for some of these smaller details. Now the line art is black and overall it's very crisp. You will notice some art where it's just comprising grey dots, etc., so that you can provide texture there and produce a painterly effect when you finish colouring it. So they may not be as easy to see as other parts of line art in the book. So we've got our beautiful horsies with wings and these elaborate flowers and detail everywhere. You'll also notice that the artwork has been centered and positioned quite nicely, although some of the art has been cut off by the page, and that seems to be an intentional part of the design. So you're well away from the spine on most of the pictures, but some of course always do run up close there, and see on some of these, some of those itty bitty details are right there in the spine. So we've got our gorgeous fairies and our lovely dragons. And see how this has been put on both pages so that you don't have that awful ditch colouring there. And this is very similar to what we've previously seen in Land of Dreams. So sticking with the dragons, fairies and gorgeous castles. This one's a double page scene, but because it's close to the centre of the book, it's laying down really easily and not a lot of problems to colour in those spaces there. So lots of things, of course, in this book where you can practice your techniques of colouring fruit and feathers and transparent butterfly wings and fairy wings, beautiful mushrooms and of course gorgeous dragons. I think it'd actually take me years to complete this book. Aren't these little fairies gorgeous? So when, of course, if there is a Dutch imprint, I will, of course, be getting that one as well. And I think it is a shame that, you know, part of her wing has been lost. I always think these pictures would look great framed, though, so if it was in a frame, you wouldn't notice. And again, here we've got the pointillism type clouds in a darker grey, not quite a black or a very dull black, so that you can produce painterly effect. Another double page scene, and as you can see, it's folding over very nicely, so you shouldn't have any problems colouring in that component. And that's the end of the colouring book. Now there is a 4-page fold-out poster here at the end of the book. Now it's printed on both sides, so this is the first 2 pages. Of course it's too big for my camera, so that's the second and third page. And you can see it's all got this lovely frame around it. And the final section of it as well. So it features the beautiful lady playing her instrument, gorgeous toadstools, gorgeous barrel of strawberries, our lovely little tortoise all packed up, and our beautiful woman and more toadstools again. Now on the reverse there's also some butterflies just on the 4th and 1st as well, so lovely little butterflies there. Now it is gorgeous, the fold out poster. I don't know, you'd have to get a very big frame to pop it in if you were going to colour it and frame it. And you've got all the lovely illustrations within the book. And of course, if you don't have the first one in this series, he's illustrated a number of colouring books, but I'm just talking about this series. You can also get the first one, which has a lot more images in it if you're a faster colourist. So there we have it, Vilin by Tomislav Tomic. The links to buy are below the video. Until next time, happy colouring.